matter? Why are you sitting here in the cold? What's wrong?
What's right? I think the whole world has just gone crazy.
Did you run into your husband?
Why would that upset me?
Oh, well, what is it then?
It's my parents. Splitting up.
Getting a divorce?
No. It's a separation, but it could lead to a divorce. I don't know.
Here. Take this.
Thank you. I just couldn't seem to stop crying. I was supposed to meet Scotty at the Floating Rib, but I didn't want to go in there looking like this. I mean, so many people from the hospital go in there, so I came here.
To hide in the park?
Yeah. Look, my mother was so hurt that she couldn't even tell me the truth.
She didn't tell you why they're breaking up?
My dad told me. It seems that while he and my mother were separated, my dad spent a night with another woman. And recently he made the mistake of telling her about it. Don't you see, it's his honesty. He's just that kind of man, that's all. And it taught me a lesson.
A lesson?
Who says that honesty is always the best policy? Look what honesty has done to my parents. Can you imagine what would happen if I tried to be honest with Scotty about us?
Laura, we've got problems there anyway.
What do you mean?
Scotty cornered me this morning, and he was rapping about his theories about the rape. He's on to the whole thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, he knows that you know who the man is. And he's sure that you haven't told him that you've lied to him because you can't face the fact that it was an acquaintance.
Scotty said that?
Yes. And he's decided to play FBI. Hang out around the disco and see if he can find out who the man was. I'm sorry to tell you that at a time like this. How does that make you feel?
Now my books are on the back bar.
Sure thing. You busy cramming for midterms?
Isn't everybody?
Yeah, don't rush off.
I'm in a hurry, Luke.
Is everything better between your folks?
No, I'm afraid it isn't. My father moved out of the house last night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Time.
I'm sorry your old man split like that, Laura.
If you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it. Hi, Laura. Joanne, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm going to take the new disco exercise class. Richard told me I should ask you what clothes I should bring and anything else I have to know.
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
How are you and Scotty getting along?
We're getting along just fine.
Did you tell him
Tell him?
that you know the man who raped you?
No, I haven't yet.
Laura, what are you waiting for?
Look, Joanne, why don't we go out for coffee and I'll fill you in on everything, okay? Come on. Oh, Claudia. Oh, I'd like you to meet a new member of our exercise class. Claudia Johnston, this is Joanne,
Eden.
Eden.
Nice to meet you, Claudia.
Likewise. Laura, you coming to class now? Or? No, Joanne and I are going to go out and have coffee. I'm going to tell her what to expect from the exercise class.
Well, I can tell you that. Aching muscles. Look, I've got a Psych 2 class in 20 minutes. I've got to go. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
See you around.
Okay.
Now, what's all this about you not telling Scotty? I thought you were ready to do that.
I really wanted to, Joanne, but something happened to make that impossible. Come on.
Okay.
It's your pleasure, Joe. You'll save me steps.
Coffee?
Great.
2 coffees.
In a jiffy.
Listen, I'm really glad that you joined the exercise class.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, my dears?
No, that'll be fine, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks. You know, you sure weren't hanging out any welcome flags when you saw me this morning.
I was surprised, I guess. Okay, I wasn't that happy about it.
Why the change of heart?
Listen, I can talk to you, right? And I know that you'll understand.
Why were you unhappy when you saw me this morning? I thought we got along so well the last time we met.
Truth time?
So one thing we've got going for us.
I knew you'd ask me if I followed through on my decision to tell Scotty everything about the rape.
Have you?
No. No, and I can't take any more pressure, Joanne.
Laura, what made you change your mind?
I decided that total honesty was a mistake.
Boy, that's a switch. You must have a reason for it.
I do. The same day I was going to tell Scotty everything about the rape, I found out that my parents were separating.
Oh, Laura, that's rough. I'm sorry to hear about it.
Yeah. And they had what seemed to be a perfect marriage. It's based on love and total honesty.
So what happened?
In a moment of absolute honesty, my father told my mother that, that he had a one-night affair with another woman.
And so now you think honesty is a dangerous commodity?
I think that kind of absolute honesty is a disaster.
I don't see what one situation has to do with the other. Your father walked into an affair with his eyes wide open. You were raped.
Joanne, if I tell Scotty the whole truth of everything that happened that night, he's going to react the same way my mother did, with the same type of anger. Don't you see? My marriage would be over.
Hi.
Thought you worked today.
I have time for some coffee.
Help yourself.
Nice clothes you're wearing. You look good.
Yeah, Mr. Smith's tailor.
Tailor-made, huh? Looks like we're moving up in the world.
You don't hear me complaining, do you?
And a new car? Tell me something, Luke. What does a car like that cost?
Doesn't matter what it costs, Bobby. It's paid for.
I'm sure it is. Little gift from Mr. Smith?
Look, you get off that. I don't want to talk about him.
No, you don't want to talk about him. You just want to do business with him.
It's clean business.
With Mr. Smith's fingers in it? That's funny. That's really funny, Luke.
He has legitimate lines of business, and you know it.
Oh, sure he has. Construction, real estate, linen supplies, vending machines.
And discos. Don't forget discos.
Mm-hmm. And drugs and numbers and loan sharking and girls. What do you think? I was born yesterday.
The discos are a legitimate line of business. I manage the discos. I'm in a respectable line of work.
For how long, Luke? Until Mr. Smith decides he wants to make a little more money? And you put some pushers behind your bars or a few hookers in to hustle the college boys?
That's not going to happen, Bobby. I won't let that happen.
Oh, no, you won't let that happen. You're too smart for that. You can handle the whole organization, can't you? You got a big future with Mr. Smith, don't you? That's what Roy thought. Look what it got him.
Roy was a loser. Okay? You want me to level with you? He was muscle. That's all he was ever going to be. I'm different.
Yeah, you're different. You're real different. At least Roy knew what he was and what he wanted. And he didn't try to lose himself in some crazy kind of a dream world, reaching for things that he could never have.
That's over. You're talking about Laura. That's finished.
Is it? I'm not so sure about that. Scotty Baldwin is still determined to find the man who raped his wife.
I know that. I can handle that.
Oh, yeah, you can handle that. You can handle anything, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Luke, you're all I have left in the world. And Ruby couldn't bear it if anything happened to you. If you love me at all, do yourself a favor. Get out of this town and get away from Mr. Smith. We can go away someplace. I'll go with you anywhere. And we'll make a new, clean, fresh start for ourselves. Do that for me.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm all the way in. I couldn't get out if I wanted to.
That's what scares me. Do you even want to anymore?